In a smoky Chicago pool hall, we meet Eddie Felson, once called Fast Eddie. He's older now, calmer, and out of the hustling spotlight. He spends his days selling liquor and his nights staking young players. One evening, while chatting with Janelle, the bar owner, Eddie notices a young man across the room, Vincent Lauria.
On the snap, Vincent.
Got a sledgehammer, right?
Vincent plays with a cheap cue, yet his shots are flawless, almost magical. He's wild, energetic, and unpredictable. He dances around the table, swings his cue like a toy, taps on the rails, and pumps up the whole room. Eddie watches carefully and spots something rare, raw, untapped talent. Vincent doesn't realize how valuable he is. He's winning small bets, unaware he could be making real money. Eddie doesn't approach Vincent directly. Instead, he talks to Carmen, Vincent's girlfriend and manager. It doesn't take long for Eddie to figure out the truth. Vincent has the skill, Carmen has the brains, and both are broke. He takes them out to dinner and lays it out plain. Being naturally talented won't make you rich. You have to learn to hustle. Winning games isn't the goal. Winning money is. Vincent bristles at the idea of losing on purpose, but Eddie is patient. The next day, Eddie finds Vincent at his day job in a toy store. He makes a clear offer, 6 weeks on the road together, learning the art of hustling, ending at the Golden Q tournament in Atlantic City. Eddie will pay for everything, and they'll split the winnings. This time, Vincent agrees. Before they leave, Eddie invites Vincent home. He unlocks a special case to reveal a legendary pool cue, a balabushka, a symbol of mastery. Eddie hands it to Vincent like a knight passing a sword, saying it has perfect balance. Vincent shrugs. The balls don't know that, he says. He still doesn't get the value of tools or technique. The trio hits the road in Eddie's spotless Cadillac. Roles are clear. Eddie, the experienced mentor, Carmen, the business-savvy partner, Vincent, the stubborn but gifted player. Their first stop is a rough pool hall. Eddie chooses a target and explains the plan. Vincent must lose early games to make the opponent confident, then strike when the stakes are high. Vincent does everything according to the plan. However, he notices the old players are broke themselves, and one of them even has a hole in his neck. Vincent feels bad for them and tells Eddie,
I can't take this guy's money. He's got a hole in his throat. He looks like he's on his last legs. For $60. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Eddie says he can't feel bad and earn money at the same time, but Vincent insists. So Eddie agrees, but tells him to do it the professional way. As planned, Vincent loses the game. But when he looks around, Eddie is nowhere to be found. Unable to pay the money, Vincent gets beaten up badly. Luckily, Eddie comes at the right moment and saves him. Vincent is furious. However, Eddie explains to him to never have mercy on someone when money is involved, because to become rich, you have to be a little ruthless. The road trip continues through cold motels and long, lonely winter roads. Tension grows between them. Carmen starts trusting Eddie's methods more than Vincent's stubborn instincts, quietly telling Carmen that Vincent needs to grow up for her own sake. Training isn't easy. Eddie makes Vincent practice missing shots on purpose, just slightly, to learn lemoning, the art of looking bad without actually being bad. Vincent hates it at first. Showing off comes naturally to him, but bit by bit he begins to try Eddie's way. However, one night Vincent goes to a nearby pool hall to play in his own style, ignoring the fact that if he plays like a prodigy, no one in this town will play against him again, and they will make no money there. Still, as planned, he meets a cowboy-looking guy. The cowboy thinks Vincent is just another wannabe, unaware that he's about to be demolished.
What you got in there?
Doom.
Come on, boy. Let's play.
Yeah, let's play. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
He's the hairy Henry Fair. The rookie was a London, the queen. Doing the werewolf. Doing the werewolf. Colada trigger this.
Not bad, my man, not bad. When you leaving town?
Vincent notices this and gets furious.
Did you see me tonight? Hey, I made money.
You lost money. The town is dead for you.
You give me the stick, okay? And then you tell me to lay low. I mean,
You don't deserve this stick.
you don't deserve this stick. I'm a pool player, Eddie. I'm a animal. Ah!
Their next stop is a tougher pool hall where Eddie spots a sharp player named Julian. It's time for a bigger hustle. Eddie sets up a full story, like a small play. Vincent is a stranger and a wannabe. Eddie is a rich guy, and Carmen is Eddie's girlfriend. The goal is to make Julian feel that Vincent is almost same skilled as him and that he might win if he tried to. At first, Vincent nails the act. He loses the opening games, complains about the table, stomps around in frustration. Eddie shouts at him, pretending to hold him back, which convinces Julian he's about to crush an inexperienced player. Julian, greedy and overconfident, raises the stakes higher and higher.
You want to win? I bet $500 on this guy right here. $500 says you choke right now. Want to go for 1,000?
Then, at just the right moment, Eddie gives a tiny signal. Now with Eddie betting on Julian, all Vincent has to do is throw the match deliberately and they will win the cash. First time, Vincent truly sees Eddie's strategy in action. But even with the money, he feels uneasy. He didn't dominate from the start, he had to pretend to be weak, and that eats at his pride. Next, they enter a classy old-school pool hall. Mahogany tables, glowing green lamps, and serious players. Eddie's plan is clear. Vincent must lose a close match on purpose to appear talented but beatable. This reputation will open doors to the high-stakes games, where the real money is. But once Vincent steps up, Grady's constant trash talk gets under his skin.
It's like a nightmare, isn't it? It just keeps getting worse and worse, doesn't it? Oh, the impossible dream.
Against Eddie's warnings, Vincent can't hold himself. He unleashes his full talent and demolishes Grady completely.
Don't choke now.
Did you just say don't choke now?
Eddie is furious. By winning, Vincent has scared off everyone watching. Nobody will dare bet big against a kid who just embarrassed a legend. Vincent celebrates the victory, proud of proving he's the best, while Eddie sees it as a financial disaster. Their goals are now sharply at odds. Eddie plays for long-term gains, Vincent plays to prove himself. As the trip goes on, the tension only grows. Carmen now fully sides with Eddie, nudging Vincent towards following the rules. Meanwhile, Eddie battles his own limits in silence. His eyesight is fading, his hands aren't steady, and he hides his reading glasses like a secret. The man who once ruled the pool tables now lives through Vincent's talent instead of his own. One snowy night, while Vincent and Carmen are caught up in their own drama, Eddie sits down for a casual game. A friendly, clumsy man named Amos approaches, dropping coins and acting starstruck. Everything about him screams easy win. Eddie plays along. At first, he wins a few games and agrees to raise the stakes. He feels in control. Then, Amos changes. The clumsy act vanishes. He plays flawlessly, every shot precise, smooth, and confident. Eddie realizes he's not dealing with a simple player at all. Amos wasn't just lucky, he was a master hustler. And for the first time, Eddie felt what it was like to be outplayed. He wasn't just beaten, he was hustled, exposed, and humiliated. Shaken, Eddie returns to the hotel where Vincent and Carmen are sleeping. Quietly, he hands them their share of the winnings, plus extra, and tells them to continue to Atlantic City without him. Vincent, confused, asks what happened. Eddie only says, "I couldn't leave it alone," and walks out. That moment with Amos ignites something inside Eddie, a spark reminding Eddie of the player he once was. He's not ready to fade into the background anymore. Alone, Eddie checks into a cheap motel. He opens his treasured Balabushka queue, the queue he protected for decades. This time, he's not hustling anyone. He's rebuilding himself. He dives into intense training, swimming in the cold motel pool to regain stamina, wearing glasses for the first time to accept reality, and practicing non-stop at the pool hall. Break shots, precision, focus. No flashy tricks, just hard work. Amos changed everything. Eddie decides to stop living through others. He's heading to the Golden Q tournament in Atlantic City, not as a mentor, but as a player. The tournament is a world apart from smoky bars. Clean, professional. Here, only skill matters. Eddie plays smart, patient and controlled. One match after another, he dominates, rediscovering the sharp player he once was. Meanwhile, Vincent meets Greedy again. This time, Greedy is not as confident as before because he knows what's going to happen.
Oh, God.
Man, it just keeps getting worse and worse, doesn't it?
Jesus Christ. Take it on off. I can't help it.
It's like a nightmare, isn't it?
During a break, Carmen appears. She brags that she and Vincent are winning big, even tempting Eddie to manage them again, offering money if he forfeits his match against Vincent. Eddie smiles knowingly. He recognizes her hustle. It's a trick he taught her long ago, but he's done managing anyone. The tournament brackets finally pit Eddie against Vincent, mentor versus student. The match becomes a clash of styles. Vincent is fast, flashy, and emotional. Eddie is slow, steady, and strategic. Eddie takes the lead early, putting Vincent in difficult positions. Panic rises in Vincent, but soon he remembers the lessons Eddie taught him. He stops showing off and starts thinking. The match tightens, shot by shot, until Eddie sinks the final ball and wins. In that moment, Eddie feels like the real Eddie Felson again. Back in his hotel room, Vincent enters, holding a thick envelope of cash. He confesses he threw the final shot on purpose, setting up a massive side bet that he and Carmen would win. Eddie stands frozen. His victory, the one that meant everything, was manipulated. Vincent, now a master hustler, had used Eddie's own teachings against him. The next day, Eddie walks to his tournament table but refuses to play. Instead, he heads to the back practice room where Vincent is alone and challenges Vincent to a private match. $9,000, winner takes all. No tricks, no hustling, just pure pool. Vincent agrees instantly. Eddie steps forward. Looking Vincent in the eyes, he lines up his next shot. Not for money, not for fame, just because he is finally, truly a player.